Hi Virgos, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross-watchers are always welcome in all of my readings. Today, I'm going to ask my spirit guide about the person on your mind and what is going on in this connection. What are their intentions? Where are we going? What are their thoughts and feelings? So let's get started. Let's call in our guides. Welcome back, everybody. If you're newly guided here, I'm very grateful that you have found this reading. There must be something meant for you to be heard. And this is a fully channeled message. So let's see what our guides have. Let's see what our cards are saying. Spirit, I ask that you guide my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is it that you have for them today? I'm going to start with some love messages. Spirit, what are the feelings around this connection? Let's start there. I left before you could leave me. I'm sorry, I was a coward. I pushed you away. I'm pushing you away. Maybe they haven't completely, maybe they've left you emotionally and we haven't broken up. You know, sometimes people start to pull away and you're like, I feel like I'm really losing this person. We still have so much to resolve and heal. I wish it was easier. Spirit saying energy, just the word energy. It's not easy because somebody isn't putting the energy into it. Okay. In order for this to survive, they've got to either step up, step into it. We hurt each other so much, only time will tell if we are meant to be. So the hurt has to be resolved. It has to be healed. I hope that you want to take a chance with me. I'm going to go with this feeling of we've been through so much that I don't know if I can walk away from it. It's one of those connections that we've been through so much. We've been through good times and bad. And at the end of the day, somehow we always find our way back together, or we find our way reconnecting. So we could be just going through one of those periods in time where we feel disconnected. Okay. And bottom of the deck, you are the true love of my life, and I do love you. So there's a lot of love here. Bottom of the deck. You were on my path for a reason. I'm learning to love again. Something has happened in this connection. I feel like we've been here before. I feel like we have, it's almost like I've been through the ringer with this person. And maybe you have. Maybe this is a very difficult connection. Maybe this is somebody that I have struggled with. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you need me to know today? I have, it's time to act. You don't have to know everything in advance. Take the first step and watch it all unfold. You can deal with whatever your path reveals. You are ready. So whether you're acting or they're acting, it's a sense of we can't stay the way we are. Something has to change. Okay. And maybe that's what you keep saying to them. You know, like this isn't working and something has to change, and you know, what are we going to do about it? Part of me feels like I have I'm not giving up hope. I will say that. Spirit, please share with me. I have fate, Wheel of Fortune. I'm not giving up hope. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I have a Hermit. And I have an Eight of Wands. I don't feel like this person wants to be alone. I feel like if it gets any worse and there's a more pulling away energy, I feel like they just keep thinking about, you know, the other side. The other side is they're by themselves. The other side is that they're starting all over again with somebody else. And is it going to be any better with somebody else? And I think that they say, you know what, it's going to be the same stuff with somebody else. It's going to be the same day-to-day, you know, things that people in relationships go through. So they know that it's not going to be necessarily any better with somebody else. And they also feel like, you know, you're destined to be together. So why am I pushing this away is the question. Spirit, please. This is coming into me. The night is coming into me as they know they need to work a little harder. They know that they should put a little bit more effort into this. It's almost as if they're just stuck in this, it's the routine of the relationship. You know, it no longer has romance. It no longer has, you know, spontaneity. It no longer has, I don't know, when was the last time you guys did something that, you know, they did something for you that was unexpected, you know? So it's kind of this routine. And sometimes people who have been in a relationship for a while, they fall into the routine and it gets boring. And then they think, well, it's because I'm tired of my person. That's not what's happening. It's that we're not putting any energy. The word they gave me was energy. I have strength. There's a broken heart. I don't want to go there. You know, like this is somebody who is, they're not going down the path of, I want this to be over. They're going down the path of, maybe I want back what we had. Okay. That could be you. That could be, you know, the main, you know, when we met, it's almost like I'm going back in time here. When we met, Spirit saying our eyes locked. Okay. And I miss that. I miss that intimacy. I miss I want back what we had. And it doesn't mean that we're not, you know, still in this. It just means that I want back that moment when our eyes locked. And we've got to recapture that somehow. So both of us are kind of thinking along those lines, which is probably a good thing. That means that we're both maybe willing to put in a more of an effort. I have a 3 of Pentacles. Excuse me. We've got to do this together. I have a Page of Pentacles. And I have a Devil. So something has to change. I have a five of Wands at the bottom of my deck, and I have a Devil. Something takes them away from this connection. And it's not another person. It's not a third party. It's drinking with friends. It's hanging out with friends. It's I'm going golfing all day on Saturday because that's my day off instead of spending the day with you. It's I'm tired. I worked all week. I'm going to hang out here. I don't want to do anything. So something is taking them away from realizing what comes first. And if they want back this connection, they're going to have to, they've got to start to put you first. They've got to realize what they have. I have a King of Pentacles at the bottom of my deck, and I have a 10 of Wands, swords. So that is, they have blades. I always get confused when they give cards different names, and it's like I'm reading it and looking at it. Yeah, so a 10 of Swords and a King of Pentacles is telling me that I can't be good at just one area of my life. Maybe they do great at work. Maybe they're, you know, super successful, top of their game, love their job. But their personal life is crap and they're not putting you first. And they think that this is just what people who have been together for a while, how they act. No, they spend time together. They still continue to explore each other. Spirit just said, they don't choose to hang out with friends over you. Okay, so let's get some initials. This person has to put you first again. There's a sense of again, okay? There's a sense of, can our eyes lock again? You know, I just want to use the word again. We have it. We have to capture it again. Spirit, please share with me. Let's get some initials, first initials, last initials. Let's see what they're saying. I have the letter V. I have a D. I have a B. I have a V. Y. C. I have the letter E. S. K. Z. I have an R. Okay, let's get a few more. Q. J. D. Let's do one more. And an O. Okay, so some of you could have your first initials, last initials. The Spirit's saying it's a difficult situation because I love this person and I just want us to be happier, or I want us to be closer. And kind of the bottom line is you want to be first. And I feel like somebody isn't putting you first. And you might keep saying something has to change, something has to change. And it just, goes right over their head with them thinking you're not going anywhere. Where are you going? So it's something has to change. Acting immature. I want to hang out with my friends. They're in a relationship. Takes time. It takes effort. I'm going to email. I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. That felt like promises. I feel like I'm waiting around for them. Don't wait around for them. If they are making plans with other people, you make plans. Okay, make plans with your friends or go and do something on your own. Just say, you know what, you didn't tell me what you were doing tonight, and I made other plans. Controlling the situation. I want to do what I want to do. My ego says, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my mother. You can't tell me who to hang out with, where to put my time. Okay, but you can, because it's either acceptable to you or not. And if they're not giving you enough time, then it's not good enough for you, is what's happening. Smothering. You're smothering me. You want me to be with you all the time. No, I want you to want to be with me. And it doesn't mean that you can't have friends. And it doesn't mean that you can't do other things outside of our relationship. But I want you to want to be with me, not like I'm the last choice. So this person has to make up their mind to stay together. They have to make up their mind to stay together. I'm gonna put this out into the universe. I want you to give some thought to, are you putting in the energy? If you're legitimately putting the energy into it and you're trying to keep things going and you're constantly trying to make plans or spend time with them and go out of your way so that you're together, and you feel like you're doing your part, then you need to say to somebody that I don't feel like you're doing your part, and have a conversation. I'm going to say deep conversation is coming. I don't feel like it's the end. I really am not feeling that. I'm feeling that something has to change and I want back what we had. Okay. And this connection has gone through good times and bad times before, and we probably will continue to go through those, but things can get better, is how Spirit just said it. I want our eyes to lock, or I want our eyes to lock again. That's the feeling. I miss that. I miss that deeper connection that we used to have. So it's not impossible. It's more of a reconnecting. We have to reconnect, and we both have to decide that we're going to stay together. And that's the most important part. If we both want it, we'll make it work. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. I want to thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, kathymamolenspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels, my Pick a Card channel and my Twin Flame channel for some additional readings. And the link is in the description below. We're going to put this out into the universe. I feel like it's time to talk. And but you know, sometimes it's good to help it to move forward again, and just kind of put it all out there. So, do we want to stay together is the question. And I do feel like I want our eyes to lock again was the message. We'll see you again real soon.